On the Chicago side, so this is obviously a huge win for the Bears in the sense that, hey, okay, our season's not over. Because I thought going in this game, as bad as these two defenses were, I'm like, oh, it's shootout city, baby. It is going to be. I had 41-30 as the final score. Caleb's going to have a big game. He's going to kind of have his, okay, we're good moment, and Dak's going to torch the Bears. And he didn't. Some of it's a CeeDee Lamb injury. Some of it's he doesn't trust Pickens. Some of that was Dak, and Brady pointed this out during the broadcast yesterday. Dak didn't handle the blitz very well. I'll tell you someone who did handle the blitz, and we'll talk about that in just a second, is Caleb Williams. So Caleb in this game, and if we can show his numbers yesterday against the Cowboys, he was fantastic. 4 touchdowns, no picks, completed basically 68% of his throws, 298 passing, a passer rating of 142, and a QBR 0 to 100 of 86. And I know folks are saying, it's Dallas's defense. I mean, the touchdown he threw to Rome Odunze early, Odunze's wide open. Diggs slipped on the route, all of it. That flea flicker is the reason I fell in love with Caleb Williams back at USC, as like, this kid he's got it. I've often joked in the first 2 weeks of the season, like, yeah, Caleb makes the hard throws look easy and the easy throws look hard. That's as difficult a throw as there is. Watching that play live, they run it with Swift, and usually in a flea flicker, you turn around, hands to the back gives it right, toss it right back to the quarterback. Doesn't throw it, but like, bam, here he goes, QB. Swift, I don't know if he's trying to get Caleb Williams killed, but just lollipops it. It's amazing. A Cowboys defender just didn't jump in and grab the ball and head the other way. Just lobs it to Caleb. Caleb catches it and just throws a dart. It was the throw of the weekend to Luther Burden for the touchdown, the flea flicker. Throw of the weekend that Caleb Williams made against the Cowboys. I get it, Luther Burden was wide open, but to catch that, release that, and hit him on the money the way that Caleb did, very few human beings alive can make that throw. So I thought it was sensational. But Caleb against the blitz as well. And this was my big thing last week. Because people are like, I don't know if Caleb's that good. I'm like, I'm not going to go there yet. But the thing Caleb has not figured out, he doesn't see the field well. He doesn't go through his progressions quickly enough. Now, some of that, I think, is a bit of a PTSD from the fact his last year at USC, O-line was bad. Last year in Chicago, O-line was awful. Well, Chicago added to their O-line. They got Joe Thuney. They've addressed it in the draft the last few years. Right? Ben Johnson, he has an emphasis up front because he was in Detroit. He knows how important a great offensive line is. First game of his career. First game since like early in the 2023 college football season that Caleb Williams did not get sacked. That's despite the fact Dallas blitzed it the way they did. And we can show you Caleb against the blitz yesterday. He was literally perfect. 2 touchdowns, no picks. 85% completion, 134 passing, and literally a perfect passer rating, 158.3. He was sensational yesterday. And I know, again, people are like, it's Dallas. Matt Eberflus might get fired midseason. I get that. But Eberflus knew Caleb. Caleb knew Eberflus. And who won that battle? You got to start somewhere. And if you're a Bears fan today, wow, we got a game next week against the Raiders. They don't look so good defensively. Caleb can use the momentum off this game. Here we go. We feel good about ourselves. And then we can build momentum to try and be a legit playoff team this year. I had the Bears as the last playoff team in the NFC. I thought that Dennis Allen would fix the defense. I'm not going to get on Dennis Allen too strong just because the Bears have been ravaged by injuries on that side of the ball. And obviously I knew Ben Johnson would address the Bears' offensive needs the way that he has. And Ben's been great. I think Ben Johnson's done an amazing job thus far in his early Bears tenure. He's held guys accountable. And so it's kind of like I said at one point, I think last week or a few weeks ago, I had the Bears getting the playoffs. But would you rather, if you're a Chicago Bears fan, after what you saw yesterday, defense sucks. We win 7 games, 8 games, but we go into 2026 knowing 18's the guy. Caleb, we know Ben Johnson's the guy. Caleb's the guy. We've got our franchise quarterback finally in Chicago. Or roller coaster, we win 10 games, but it's like Ben Johnson's amazing, coach of the year candidate. Caleb, we're still not sure. You would take the former. For long-term success, you would rather, we know we got our guy, but we don't make the playoffs because our defense isn't very good. I mean, the Bears, I didn't think even ran the football that effectively yesterday. I mean, if I can look at the box score, they had 87 yards, 3 yards a carry. Like, Dallas did do a good job kind of containing them. Now, DeAndre Swift wasn't totally healthy. We understand that, but I was impressed by Caleb yesterday. You can say that's against Dallas defense, but again, and he missed some layups. Couple short throws like, Caleb's got to get that down. That throw in the flea flicker, folks, that is one of the better throws you will see all season in the National Football League. Oh, Luther Burden was open. To catch a terrible pitch by DeAndre Swift in the flea flicker. Catch it and get it out in one motion. 50, 60 yards down the field on a rope? That's why he was the number 1 overall pick. And I said back in training camp, remember there was some of those sound bites by Ben Johnson. It's like, oh, this isn't working so well. I don't know if this is. And I said, Ben's never worked with a quarterback like Caleb. Caleb's never worked with a coach like Ben. By mid-season, by Halloween, early November, it's going to start to gel. Got to start somewhere. This is a good place to start. And I remember I wrote down in my notes when the Bears scored in their second drive after the Cowboys turnover. Caleb's been great. First 15 plays, that any competent offensive coach, not good, competent, in the NFL has a good first 15 plays, has a good opening script. You've been working on that all week. Caleb's been good in those first 15 plays against Minnesota, against Detroit last week. What is he beyond that? Yesterday, he was sensational. Against the blitz, perfect passer rating. So you have to feel good if you're a Bears fan today. You have to. Because you feel like now, okay, if we can build up this momentum, beat Vegas, we're 2-2. By the way, game after that, Washington. At Washington. Against that bad defense and that beat-up team. You don't think that there's a revenge factor, especially from Tyreek Stevenson, who was great yesterday. Tyreek Stevenson was the one on that viral video taunting the Commanders fans, and he was the one who tipped the ball that Noah Brown caught on the Hail Mary. That's on a Monday Night Football game as well. You don't think for Caleb it's like, oh, people think Jaden Daniels better? Watch this. I'm telling you, that was a massive win for the Chicago Bears yesterday. Massive win. Thanks so much for watching the show on YouTube, and be sure to go click that big red subscribe button and check out the other clips and full shows from Carving It Up Live, as well as our other incredible content creators here on the Grid Network.